Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's grammar topic is verbs, German verbs and how we are going to conjugate it according to the subject. Okay, it is very important topic for even. Okay, because from here only you can going to conjugate the verbs because with every subject the conjugate differs. Okay, so first of all, what is the definition of verb? A word which shows an action or position or being, that we already know. Action, position or being. A word which shows an action, position or being. Okay. Now second point, the original form of a verb is called the infinitive form. Okay. The original form of a verb is called the infinitive form. Okay. Now this term infinitive form we are going to discuss right now. Okay. The third point, this infinitive form is conjugated according to the subject of the sentence and is called conjugated form. This thing we are going to learn today. Okay, this infinitive form is going to conjugate according to the subject and is called conjugated form. Okay. Fourth point, the conjugation depends upon the number and person and not on the gender. Okay, the conjugation is depend upon the number and person. Okay. Fifth one, in German all the verbs except a few ends with en. Okay, so from this we can guess, okay, that mostly like 98% of our German verbs are going to end with en. For example, this thing. Okay, common. Now common means to come. Okay, it's ending with en. Can you see the highlighted one here? Common, it's ending with en. Okay, verb, gehen, to go, again ending with en. Lesen, again ending with en. So lesen means to read. Schreiben, again means to write. Okay, this common, okay, oder, gehen, lesen, schreiben. Okay, these all are form known as infinitive form or the infinite form. Okay, now why we are telling them it as infinite form? Because we are not conjugated. This is it, it's their original form. Okay, they are placed on their original form. We have not conjugated it right now according to the subject. Okay, this point, this one is this thing. Okay, when we are going to conjugate it, okay, once we are going to conjugate it, then it will be going to known as conjugated form. Okay, now the main question is, okay, how to conjugate a verb. Okay, how to conjugate a verb. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, there are two rules, first and second. First is remove the ending en. Okay, this thing en. Okay, we are going to remove it first. This is the first rule. Second rule, put the ending according to the rule. Okay, the rule which I am going to tell you. Which rule? Okay, there are two rules. First thing, we are going to remove the en. Second thing, we are going to put the endings according to the rule. Okay, now see the verb conjugation. Okay, these are subjects. Okay, ish means I, do, er, as, wear, ear, z and small z. Okay, these are subjects. Okay, now with ish you are going to remove en. See here in comment, our first rule says you are going to remove the en. Okay, and put the ending according to the rule, and we are going to put the ending. For example, we have removed the ending en. Now put the ending. With ish, e will going to come. With do, st will going to come. With ear, sg, t will going to come. With wear, en, ear, t, and capital Z and small z, en. That's only we did here. Komme, we have put the ending e here. Komme, comst, compt, common, compt, and common. We have just put the ending here. We just removed en. Okay, can you see here? We just removed the ending en and we put the endings. Okay, like this. Again, same example here also. Gehen, we remove the ending en and we put the endings according to the rule. Gates, gate, gehen, gate, and gehen, like this. Okay. Now many students always have doubts, like they always forget that on which with which subject which ending will going to come. So there is one simple trick. This trick. Okay. Request 10 10. For example, request E S T T E N T E N. Okay. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Now see, E it's already came here. E S T came here. S T T here, En here, T here, and En here, like this. Very simple rule. Request 10 10, and the request last three alphabets E S T, then 10 10 T E N T E N. Okay, this is how we are going to conjugate a verb according to the subject in German language. Okay, now I hope now it's clear that the original form of a verb is called the infinitive form. Okay, I hope now this point is clear to you. Okay, original form. Okay, these are known as original form. Okay, and the third point. Okay, the infinitive form is conjugated according to the subject of the sentence and is called conjugated form. Again, we have the infinitive form, this thing, and we have conjugated it according to the subject. Okay, let's do some exercise. Okay, spielen. Okay, here spielen is a verb. Okay, means to play. Okay, again I told you the rule. We just need to remove the en. Okay, and we need to put the ending according to the rule. For example, ich spiele. So is there du spielt. Du spielst. Here is the spielt. Okay, wir spielen. En. Ihr spielt. Capital Z and small z, spielen. Okay, again request est t en t en. That only we did here. Okay, for example, if I want to say ich spiele Fußball, I play football. Du spielst Fußball, you play football. Er sie spielt Fußball, he plays football. Wir spielen Fußball, we play football, they play football, and you or you all play football. Clear? I hope now it's clear to you how to do conjugation of certain verbs in German language. Okay. Another example, wohnen. Wohnen means to live. Okay, again we are going to do the same thing. We are going to remove en and we are going to put the ending according to the subject. Ich wohne. Du wohnst. Er as the wohnt, wohnen, wohnt, and wohnen. Simple. Yeah. Ich wohne in einer Wohnung. I live in an apartment. Du wohnst in einer Wohnung. You live in an apartment. Clear? Okay. Another example, sagen. Sagen means to say. Okay. Again, remove ending en and put the ending according to the rule. Ich sage. Du sagst. Er ist sie sagt. Wir sagen. Ihr sagt, and capital Z and small z sagen. Ich sage means I say. Okay, like this. Another example, bekommen means to get or to receive. Okay, now with ich, du, er, sie. Okay, wir, ihr, capital Z and small z. Okay, now with ich, what is the ending? E. With du, st. Ihr kommt. Wir kommen. Ihr kommt. And wir, sie kommen. Okay, est ten ten. Est ten. Okay, okay. Now there are two exceptions in the verbs grammar topic. Okay, the first exception is this one. Okay, let's see. With du, er, sie und ihr. With du, ear as z und ear. After removing en, if the verbs end with d or t, put an extra e before the regular ending to make the pronunciation soft, easy and clear. Okay. After removing en, our rule is for conjugation we first we remove en. Okay. So this point is clear after removing en. Okay. Now, if the verbs end with d or t, okay, when you are going to remove the ending en, and if the verbs end with d or t, you are going to put an extra e before the regular ending. Okay, now why we are doing it? To make the pronunciation soft, easy and clear. Okay, let's see it. See, this exception is with do, ear as and ear. That's why I highlighted these three subjects. Okay, okay. Now this exception says that after removing en, if your verbs end with d or t, okay, after removing en, if your verbs end with d or t, so here we can see that it is ending with d after removing en. Okay, so our exception will going to apply here. Okay, now with ish ending will be same. Okay, finde e ending, but here with do, ear as and ear, they said that after removing en, you just need to put extra e and then st, your regular ending. So our regular ending is st, and we have just put extra e here, and here also e, extra e, and regular ending t. Okay, here it is same. We are finden here, extra e, then t, and z finden. Okay. Now why we have changed here? Because of pronunciation. For example, if we haven't put e here, it's finst, and it is not pronouncing very good, so that's why we put extra e here, findest. Okay, here also fint. If we haven't put t, then fint, and its pronunciation is not good, so findet. That's why we put here. Okay. Okay, I hope now this concept is also clear. Okay, for example, this one, after removing en, our verb is ending with d, t. Okay, and this trick is Deepak Thakur. If you have any friend whose name start with d and going to end with t, you can just memorize this thing from remembering his or her name. Okay, for example, Deepak Thakur. So Deepak D and T. Now I know, okay, if any of my verb end with D or T, now I can put this exception. Okay, for example here, arbeiten. Okay, arbeiten. Okay, then after removing en, now I see here my verb end with T. How I remember? Deepak Thakur, D and T. Okay, so T is there. So now I know, okay, this is exception first. Now I need to put the rule in three things: do, then ear, s, z, and then here ear. Okay, ear. For example, ish, do, ear, s, z, wear, ear, capital Z, small z. Okay, ish, regular ending e. Now with do, we cannot put st. We need to first put t, then st. Okay, here as the e, then regular ending t. Here en same. Here e, t, and here en. Okay, we have just put the changes here. Okay, with do, here as the on ear. Okay, again another example. Enter water means to answer. Again, after removing en, if your verb end with d or t, so here it's ending with t. So with ish, regular ending e. With do, we need to put e, then st. Okay, it's clear? St. Okay, with ear, s, z, again e, and then t, regular ending. Wear, en, same. Ear, e, and then t, with capital Z and small z, again regular ending en. Okay, again this one is same. Okay, this is not an exception. After removing en, it is not ending with d or t. So a regular ending ish, stele, stelst, t en, t en. Okay, ESTTEN. Why? Because here it's not ending with D or T. That's why the same rule. This thing which we learned here, this thing we are going to apply here. Okay. I hope till here it is clear. Okay. Okay. Now we are going to see exception second. Okay. I told you there are only two exceptions. This is now second exception. Okay. This is with do only. Okay. Very easy exception with we are only going to do changes with do. Okay. This one, the highlighted one. Okay. After removing en, if the verbs end with s, double s, s set and z. Okay. After removing en, if your verbs ends with s, double s, s set and z, put only t instead of st. Okay, we do what we put st na, but instead of st now we are going to put only t, and only in these cases. Okay, to avoid the repetition of letter of sound. Now why we are going to now why we are doing this? Just to avoid the repetition of letter or the sound. For example, heißen. Okay, now heißen is a verb which the meaning is to be called. Okay, now after removing en, if your verbs end with s, double s or s set and z, so here it is ending with this thing s set. So what the rule says, you just need to put t instead of st and only in do. So here heiße, a regular ending, but with do we are not going to put st, we are only going to put t. Okay, we haven't put st here, we just put t. Okay, why we did? For example, if we put high st, now see there are three s sound, highest, because this s sound is also double s sound. So highest, 1, 2 and 3 s are there. That's why it's told here, to avoid the repetition of the sound we avoid this thing. Okay, we avoid s t, that's why we just put t here. Okay, and the rest ending is same, est, es, et, then t, then en, then t and en. Okay, for example, this thing schließen means to close. Again, remove the ending and see it is ending with st, so e, then instead of st we just put t, then t, en, t, en. I hope now it's clear to you. Okay, these are the two exceptions which are there in German verb conjugation. Okay, this one is exception 1. Okay, this one is exception this one is exception 2, this one is exception 1. Okay, I hope now it's clear to you how we are going to do the conjugation in verb, because from first chapter in NetZweck A1 this conjugations comes in from your first chapter onwards. Okay, thank you for watching my video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Danke schön, auf Wiedersehen.